It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they look at this as a great chance to grab another road win. They know they're the better team and come into this matchup confident and ready to take care of business. Two great backcourts going head-to-head tonight. Kenny, your thoughts on how the guard position has evolved over time? And make it quick.
Yeah.
The evolution of the guard position in 12 seconds, please.
Well, you weren't quick, so why do I have to be so quick?
Well, just try.
8
Okay,
seconds
I'm
left.
going to be as quick as I can.
Okay.
7,
But I'm going to be
6,
as
5,
vigilant as I can.
Okay.
4,
You know,
3,
they're more like combo guards
2,
now.
1. And with all the switching guards who can defend more position for the teams that rebound collectively, guards have to be involved on the boards.
Well, it's almost like you were reading that, Shaq.
We were going to give you 10 seconds, Shaq. You didn't have to rush.
I did rush.
You didn't have to. Because
Yeah,
anyway.
combo guards. Let's go courtside.
Let's meet the visiting team, Houston Rockets. At power forward, Marquise Chris. At the other forward position, Carmelo Anthony. At center, Clint Capella. At point guard, Chris Paul. At the other guard position, James Harden. The head coach of the visiting team is Mike D'Antoni. Small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 1, Evan Turner. The other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 8, Al-Farouq Aminu. At the center position, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 27, Yusuf Nurkic. At shooting guard, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 3, CJ McCollum. And guard 6'3" from Weber State, wearing number 0, Damian Lillard. And head coach for your home team is Terry Stotts. Once again, your Portland Trail Blazers.
The Trailblazers play before the hometown crowd here in downtown Portland, Oregon. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a loss to the Golden State Warriors. And they took that loss to just 1 point. Those close ones hurt the most.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game, because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT, no matter how hard you played. You want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the Rockets, the engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Clint Capella is out there with Chris, and it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Now here's Paul. Aminu missing his last shot. Paul kicks to Harden. No good from outside.
You know, James Harden, the leading isolation scorer in the league for the last 3 years plus. He's taken it to a whole new level, almost 12 points a game in isolation in 2018, and his efficiency, the best in the game, is off the charts.
So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. Feeds it to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Hey, he's not going to mess that one up. Capella, when he's that close, count it.
And Portland with the ball. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
Yeah, they sure did. Seemed like they had them completely figured out, hammered them with their aggressive defense throughout the game. Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Pass to Harden. Here's Nurkic. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. From the wing. It's rebounded by Houston.
Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. I mean, surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
And Chris throws it down.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. So it'll be James Harden shooting. It goes on C.J. McCollum. And James Harden taking home the MVP award in 2018. And Clark, well deserved.
It sure was, Kevin. A career mark in scoring a league-high 30 points a game. The first player ever to drop 60 points as part of a triple-double. It certainly was his year.
And you look at James Harden, Coach Mike D'Antoni, and the Rocket front office. It really does seem like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I think the alignment of the front office and coaching staff really in harmony. And a star in Harden who's the best in the world at delivering in that system. Chris Paul part of the mix too. That's a pretty good fit, it looks like to me.
Now here's Harden following the miss by C.J. McCollum. They grab their own miss. Anthony finds Capella. Houston moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Lillard against Paul. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. To the middle. Here's Aminu. No good on the shot.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Lob pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
He's a high percentage scorer for a reason now. Capella, an alley-oop specialist.
Lillard outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Nailed from three-point land.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's McCollum. 35 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. To end the run. That shot missing. And the Rockets take it the other way. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mike D'Antoni. David.
Well, Kevin, he said one thing that's been successful in the first 2 meetings against this club is that they've switched things up defensively. He told me we like to mix it up, show different looks down the floor each time. That makes it hard for the defense to anticipate what we're trying to do. We'll see if that strategy leads to a third win in this season series tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you. Sounds like shooting is what he's concerned with most early on.
Yeah, they're looking for a controlled, patient offense today, and the key to that will be shot selection.
And, you know, if that's where they're focused on effective shooting, they'd be really smart to get it inside as much as possible. Get those high-quality looks in the paint area.
Well, we're moving into the heart of the NBA season, Clark. Has chemistry and pecking order in a locker room been set by the coach and by the team at this point of the year?
Yeah, I think with veteran teams, it's pretty well established. But again, the makeup of your veterans is key there. With younger teams, though, I think they begin to – it's a process. It's an ongoing process of figuring out roles
right.
and pecking order. So as you get into the middle part of the season, the heart of it, I think the young guys do start to kind of figure it out.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection. In a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
Now, here's Nurkic. That's tipped. Down low, here's Harden. Out to Chris. Paul left side. To the inside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And, you know, Capella is so strong that you really got to wrap him up if you're going to commit the foul on it.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And the free throw, no good. And Clint Capella with a big pay raise this season.
Well, you forget just how young he is. I mean, this guy is just starting his career. His rookie contract concluded last season, and the Rockets willing to pay whatever they needed to keep him.
Here's Paul, following the basket by C.J. McCollum.
And when you're open, Paul will find you in a nanosecond. I mean, that's one thing that makes him really special.
Knocks it loose. McCollum kicks to Lillard. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Aminu, the pass to McCollum. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
A shot by Anthony, nobody around. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's McCollum. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Clock at 6. Turner finds McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Anthony against Turner. The pass to Aminu. Back to McCollum. Over Harden. Again, McCollum missing.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
And it's Paul missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Aminu. We saw him with 10 points last game. Turner gets it to go from beyond the arc. Turner's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Houston. 8-point game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
And the first one drops. Obviously, the game is played with a more wide-open style now, Clark. Name a few old-school bigs who continue to make an impact.
Well, I like what Andre Drummond does. The big fella's a glass-eating machine. Still needs to refine his moves and shooting touch, but his athleticism and rebounding off the charts. Blake Griffin stands out as well. Highly skilled, very, very athletic. Steven Adams, obviously a big guy who plays an old school game, rim protector, finisher, good hands, great strength. Dwight Howard, he's on the backside of his career, but you think about what he was able to do in his prime as a shot blocker, rebounder, finisher. He's got some old school qualities as well.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
Ennis, he's checked in for Houston. The shot's good from Paul.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. In second, the Rockets.
It's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
First one falls for him.
And just like his brother Seth is an impressive bucket getter. I mean, somebody whose role is to shoot and score the ball.
And the Rockets making a change here. Knight's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release. Mark it up.
Outside, Green. The feed to Tucker. Harkless with the steal. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for the Rockets.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Curry. Rockets leading by 8. Knight looking it over. Pass to Ennis. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Rockets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. He misses the free throw. Myers-Leonard, he's checked in for Nurkic. He hits the second from the line. Now here's Curry. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City. Passes it to Leonard. The 3. Rebound by Ennis. And it's Ennis with the ball for Houston. They have a 9-point lead. To the inside. That's tipped, and they get it back. The second chance effort. The shot by Nene. No good.
I can't explain what happened there, Kevin. I mean, he had the layup. Looked like it was a simple play. Somehow the defense threw him off just enough to cause the miss.
Now here's Green. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. One of the buzzwords we hear all the time now, Clark, two-way player. But when you were out there, everyone had to be, it seemed to me, a two-way player.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's interesting when you see some of these terms that come into vogue. There's not much that's new under the sun in terms of the game. And clearly, two-way players were as valued in the past, even before me, as they are now. I just think it's part of the language of the game now where it's more prevalent.
That one is off.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are a concern, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouling.
Zach Collins checked in for Leonard. And he's good on the second. Trailblazers trail by 10. Now Curry. Here's Harkless. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harkless has got his first points of the game.
Hey, you know, Kevin, that's what you want to see. Strong passing inside, leading to the hoop.
Knight kicks to Ennis. Back to Knight. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass. I think he's going to have to be more cautious on defense. He can't afford to pick up a third foul here in the first quarter.
And Portland making a change here. Swanigan's checked in. Here is Cook. He's guarded by Knight. Shoots from 12, and the shot is good. Houston leading by 6. And here is Green. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game.
No explanation for giving up these wide open looks. Total breakdown. Unacceptable defense.
Curry against Green. Curry is inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry, how his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up 9 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
First free throw is good. Evan Turner, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. He doesn't get the second one.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Here is Cook. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
So good at figuring out ways to get inside. Seth Curry working on improving this part of his game.
Now here's Green. 6-point lead. Outside Knight. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. Back to Green. 6 to shoot. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings out west. Taking a look at Houston. The season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now. And checking out Portland, just way behind.
And for the Trailblazers, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And, you know, I don't think they need to wait for the offseason to start making some changes. I think they can start the rebuilding process right now.
Now here's Curry. He's got 7. Outside Turner. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Now just a 3-point Rocket lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Tucker. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Nene kicks it to Tucker. No good on the three. Portland's gone 4 of 8 on their 3-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside. Here in the first quarter, Curry dishes to Stauskas. Back to Curry. Pass to Stauskas. The three. It's rebounded by Houston. Nene's got his 4th rebound in this one. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Knight with it. 14 points from him the last game against the Warriors in Oakland. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Knight's got 5 points so far.
And, you know, he's not usually the guy to break out the crossover. Worked for him that time, but I'm not sure I would be doing that consistently.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need to replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. The new process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Rockets lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And the Rockets came close, but Chris Paul still convinced this team has what it takes to win a title.
I'm in the wrong business if I didn't think we could win a title. I think we still got a lot of ways to go. We got a lot of work to do, but that's the fun thing about it right now, is to know that we're not there.
And his ability to stay positive, Greg, and stay at it, so admirable.
Yeah, and one of the best point guards of all time. You know he's hungry to break through and win a championship.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
And through that first period, for me, their work on the glass has been the difference.
Yep, pounding away on the boards. I mean, controlling the backboards. It's been a huge difference so far.
So on the floor for Houston, they've got Nene. Brandon Knight is out there with Gerald Green. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. Green kicks to Nene. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Muscle Nene brings on both ends, man, he knows how to use it too. A guy you don't want to fool around with at all.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
Free throw good, Nene. And so Nene nails both of them. And it's Cook with the ball for Portland. Trailing by 2. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home. From deep. Rebounded by Tucker.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Knight. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
It's good.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
The Rockets shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Curry against Green. Nene outside. Now the pass tonight. 5 on the clock. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Knight's got his third basket of the night. Portland trailing here. Curry looking it over. It's deflected. Down low. Here's Green. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And the Rockets lead by 4. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Down low. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Trailblazers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. A different look now for Portland. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Harkless. McCollum comes in for Seth Curry. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Cook. And the second free throw, good. Rockets leading by 3. Here's Harden. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, McCollum. And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
I like the shiftiness of McCollum. I mean, feels like he can get any shot he wants to. Very efficient as a guard.
Ball against Lillard. From deep, Harden. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Paul against Lillard. Turner passes to Lillard. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Paul kicks to Harden. Back to Paul. Turner against Harden. Anthony in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Anthony's got 6 points.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Carmelo Anthony, one of the most formidable scorers ever. Top 20 in points all time in NBA history. And let's take a quick look at the numbers for McCollum. Averaging 29 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Lillard against Paul. Goes up to the stripe. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And that's now 11 points for Damian Lillard.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Turner looking around. He kicks it to Lillard. Dishes it to Nurkic. It's McCollum on the wing, guarded by Harden. And the basket by McCollum.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Harden outside. Back to Paul. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Portland.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They're also having a lot of success from the free throw line tonight. You always want to cash in from there.
And he makes the first.
Well, I tell you, it's a treat watching Harden play. I mean, he's so fluid in his shooting form, but he's also sensational driving inside and a capable passer as well. This guy's got it all.
Harden hits them both. Portland's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Ball's knocked loose. Lillard against Paul. Lillard finds McCollum. Now Aminu. 5 to shoot. Back to McCollum. And he uses the glass on the layup. McCollum's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
Wasted no time on that one. And the Rockets lead by 2.
You know, the confidence Harden has in his three-point shot, especially that step back that he shoots, is just mind-boggling. He loves letting it fly from deep.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Back to Paul. From deep. And another 3 for Houston.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. He dishes it to McCollum. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Capella.
Obviously, I mean, it would go a long way if he's making his shots. Right now, they're behind, and they certainly could use his help.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Stauskas is checked in for Turner.
Nick Stauskas.
Trailblazers trail by 5. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Here's Aminu. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 3-pointer, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. Anthony in the corner. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. McCollum outside. Over Anthony. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Anthony taking his time here. Off target with his 3.
he's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
Stauskas' shot is off.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game, hey, but unfortunately they came up empty.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time, rising up for the dunk.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Here's Stauskas.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
That's short off the rim. Lillard against Paul. He feeds it to Capella. Just 4 to shoot. And Anthony with the basket on the assist from Capella. And now a 7-point Rocket lead. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. McCollum with the bounce pass. Stauskas kicks to Nurkic. Pass to McCollum. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. That's a 2 from Paul, and it's Houston with another.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Paul against Lillard. Rocket 6. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got 10 points in the quarter.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Here's Harden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free, and they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
And it's a super first half for him at the free throw line.
Yeah, he's been his best up there. He's got the confident stroke going today. And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
That free throw good from Harden.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Harkless is checked in. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. P.J. Tucker comes in for Marquise Chris. Green, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Brandon Knight in for Chris Paul. Good on both. Trailblazers trail by 9. McCollum outside. Over Harden. Here's Harkless. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2. Harkless has got his second bucket tonight. Now here's Knight. 7 points in the game. Harden draws the double. Nene right side. Inside. The 11-footer. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Green's got 5 points so far.
Good ball movement. Wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Lillard finds McCollum. .157 left now here in the second. Stolen by Harden. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession for the Trailblazers. Curry's checked in for McCollum. And Cook subbed in for Damian Lillard. Ennis, he's checked in for Houston. There's 1:54 left in the first half of basketball. Knight passes to Green. Here's the teardrop. And that one is off. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Stauskas. No points in the game yet for him.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
It's good. And the Rockets lead by 11.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Curry against Green. Aminu, no one around him. Portland again missing. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Knight kicks to Ennis. Back to Knight from past the arc. And another three for Houston.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Cook the pass to Curry. And here is Harkless. He's guarded by Knight. Back to Curry to stop the run. It's rebounded by Houston.
Has not made another three since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Passes to Knight. Over Cook. Off target with the jump hook.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Carmelo, looked like the offense was really working there. How were you guys able to get things going so well?
We got vets. We got guys that know how to play basketball. We come together as a team. We're doing that, and we're just trying to take it one day at a time. That's it.
Well, thanks for your time, Carmelo. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
What we're seeing with James Harden, Ernie, is endurance. He's been the man. He's expected to do it every single night. And looking at the first half, he's only getting better. More relentless, more refined, and more capable of controlling the game.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA, over.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And we welcome you back to a beautiful aerial view of the I-5 freeway as it flows over the Willamette River here in Portland, Oregon. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Yeah, and you know what? I like the fact that he's staying in aggressive attack mode. I mean, forcing the issue, making the defense fouling.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. At the 2, it's McCollum with Turner at the 3. Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Lillard in at the point. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
There are very few any better than Harden at the and one. He's an expert. He looks for the contact, initiates it, gets it, and still finishes. You can't be too physical with him.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in.
One shot.
Here's McCollum. Kicks to Turner. Back to McCollum. Pass to Turner. 5 on the clock. Knocks down the 3 ball. Turner's got 14 points for the game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Lillard against Paul. Now the dish to Harden. Harden draws the double, and Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Paul, out to Anthony. The pass to Chris. 6 on the shot clock. Drains it from beyond the arc. He has 7.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Poked away, and it's the Trailblazers with the ball. And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. To the paint. Here's Lillard. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Paul.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Just 5 on the clock. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly a step up from the first half. They're more engaged, more focused here in this second half, and they're getting good results.
Harden's shot is off.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half. You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards, I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well.
Lillard with no one around. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
They're in a hurry. I think, Kevin, they're rushing things a little bit to begin the half. Nothing pretty about this 1 for 4 start.
Pass to Harden. Connects from 3-point range.
Timeout.
And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He'd never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it. I mean, Mo P, J.J. Redick, guys who were great shooters, but really more off-the-ball players. Chris needed to be that kind of a playmaker, but with Harden, he has someone just as gifted at creating baskets for himself and others.
It's McCollum on the wing, guarded by Harden. And the foul on Harden. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right, Greg. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Carmelo Anthony. He's around 18 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Here's Lillard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Lillard's got 18 points.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
Here's Harden. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Passes it to Harkless. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
One shot.
The free throw off from Harkless.
Boy, and Clint Capella, C-squared, a late first-round pick in 2014, viewed by most as a project, but the analytics community ranked him highly. No surprise then that the Rockets snapped him up and they got a steal. They love the analytics approach in Houston.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul, still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Poked away and taken away by Paul.
He's lost his concentration in the second half, and we can see that in the turnovers piling up. Before the break, he had just one. Now he's got a bunch.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Just 5 to shoot. Free throw line jump shot. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 10 points in the game.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Pass to Harden. Harden draws the double to the inside. Anthony, good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 6 assists here tonight.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And there's the pass to Harkless. Back to McCollum. Over Chris, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Yeah, I like the quick release, Greg. He does a nice job getting it up quickly, especially when he's facing a bigger defender.
Bucket is good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They get a hand on it. Turner dishes to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
It's Harden with the drive, and they pick up 2. Harden's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
He's been on the roll this quarter, really leading the way for his team right now.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here. And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, or realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. Wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he can not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Tucker can't get it to go. Portland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Three-pointer, Lillard. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Green deciding where to go with it. He kicks to Paul. Feeds it to Nene. Pass to Harden. Houston moving it around. And it's Green missing. The Trailblazers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Lillard. Some solid D from Paul. Rockets leading by 22. To the inside, trying to find Green. He's got it now. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Harkless has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. McCollum, no good. Houston's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. Now Lillard, who's got 23. And here's McCollum for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. McCollum's got 15 points.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Nene finds Paul. Harden against McCollum. Here's Tucker, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And though lacking some height, Kevin, Tucker has the bounce, the reach, and the strength and attitude to do damage inside.
Lillard left side, and the Trailblazers another 3.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Paul against Lillard. Paul right side, shoots over Lillard, and the shot is long. Trailblazers trail by 20. To the middle, here's McCollum. Good, great play by Lillard to set it up. And that's now 17 points for C.J. McCollum. Harden kicks to Paul. The feed to Tucker. And it's blocked. Curry against Green. Passes it to Lillard. Over Paul. Rebounded by Tucker. And stolen by Lillard. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Curry against Green. That shot misses. Curry with the defensive effort.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's McCollum. And the shot falls short this time. Rockets leading by 18. Green bounce pass. Inside, Nene kicks to Green. Harden scanning the floor. Paul passes to Nene. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Harden.
And right now, there's nothing the defense can do. You can see them stretching further and further out to guard him beyond the arc, but he just keeps knocking down big 3 after big 3. As a fan, you love it. And as a defender, you just hope it ends soon.
To the paint. McCollum against Harden. To the middle. Minu finds Harkless. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Awesome feed there. That pass was on point.
Houston's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Back to Harden. Can they get it? Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 8th assist in the game.
This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half.
Unloads from 13. The shot by Harkless, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And it's McCollum in the corner. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Trailblazers trail by 16. Good on the shot. McCollum's got 22 points.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
McCollum against Harden. Clock at 6. Kicks to Paul. And he makes good on the layup. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
And we know Paul's not the biggest guy in the league, far from it, but that does not stop him from finding ways to score inside.
And so it's Houston in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Defensively, we got to give a little more pressure to their shots, all right? Make them make the second, third, fourth play.
That's Terry Stotts drawing the line defensively. Doesn't want the first guy with the ball to beat him.
And that's where a total effort is needed. Get back quickly, match up, call out screens, really the complete package.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Ennis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Nene. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Knight in at the 2. Paul surveying the floor. Dishes it to Ennis. Pass to Nene. Now the pass to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Stolen away. Here is Cook, defended by Paul. Here's Stauskas. At the top of the key, Turner. Just 5 to shoot. The shot. Offensive rebound, Cook. And he banks in the layup. Cook's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Portland.
Much love goes his way. I mean, he refused to give up on the glass. Nice to see him rewarded because of his hustle.
Here's Paul. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cook's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Curry. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know, Seth Curry has that shooter's mentality, which makes defenses uncomfortable, and that's part of how he gets these calls.
Seth Curry at the line for 2.
No good on the free throw for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Chris comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Chris Paul. And he sinks the second. And here is Knight. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That is his first foul of the game. Gerald Green, he's checked in for James Ennis. And here are the Rockets now. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Aminu against Green. Yes, that goes in.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Cook looking it over. And no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. And here's Anthony for three. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And I tell you what, Greg, once he finds that rhythm, he's hard to guard. Shots come easy for him.
Outside Turner. Over to the wing. Lock at 6. Curry against Knight. Shoots from the elbow. It's good.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
Knight passes to Capella. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Two shots.
The first one falls.
Clint Capella is a guy who's a defensive anchor and takes quality shots, and because of that, he plays his role to perfection.
Jake Layman's checked in for Portland. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Up top, Curry, covered by Anthony. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible, incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
One shot behind the lanes.
Green with the ball. Outside Anthony. Anthony drawing the double team. Here's Chris. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 6 assists now in the game. Here is Cook. He's guarded by Knight. Cook kicks to Curry. He dishes it to Aminu. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here's Anthony from the arc. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Curry on the wing. Guarded by Green. Curry passes to Cook. Back to Curry. Clock at 4. The 15-footer. The Rockets pull it in. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Moment here now for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Yusuf Nurkic. David.
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Portland provided some information. Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. Boy, losing a player like him right now, just a huge blow. They depend on this guy so much, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
Capella kicks to Knight. Back to Capella. The 10-footer. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Capella's got 4 points in the quarter. And it's Cook with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 18. Pass to Layman. Outside Turner. And Capella sends it back.
This is the real strength of Capella's game now. Outstanding at using his length and athleticism to block shots.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
Shooting for Portland, Evan Turner. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. A lot of super teams trying to form right now, Clark, in the NBA. Golden State, one of them. Talk about some of the sacrifices stars have to make, for instance, in Houston, when they join forces.
Kevin, that's such a great point, and one that's often just overlooked or underemphasized, the sacrifices you have to make to be a championship team, and usually that starts at the top of your roster with your best players. And sometimes they have to bend and mold their games to the people around them. So that's the hard part of it. Just because you put together a lot of talent, as we've seen, doesn't mean you're going to win a championship. So the sacrifices, the commitment, those are big parts of contending for titles.
Green inside the three-point line will not go. This is off the front iron. Trailblazers trail by 16. The shot by Curry, no good.
And, you know, I have no idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there.
Green against Curry. Green kicks to Chris for the 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Pass to Aminu. Lets the 3 fly. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
I mean, his field goal percentage isn't good. He's not helping his team out there shooting this poorly.
Here's Cook. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And you can see what the emphasis was at halftime. Here in the second, a lot more effort to get the ball inside, and it's starting to pay dividends.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Here's Paul. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Chris Paul still looking for his first title. This Rockets team represents his best shot, Clark, but last year they couldn't quite get it done.
Well, the big reason for that, Kevin, was the fact that Chris Paul was unable to play in Game 6 and 7 against Golden State. He was so instrumental in key moments throughout that series. Had they had him in Game 6 and 7, I think they very well could have been playing for a championship last year.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. McCollum comes in for Curry, and Lillard subbed in for Quinn Cook. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And Chris Paul, very much one of the best and most talented point guards in the league. A really poised floor leader who always is talking and is really an excellent leader, too.
Green kicks to Capella. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by McCollum. Tipped away and taken away by Paul. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Paul's running. Anthony finds Chris. The 3. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. James Harden, who's checked in for the Rockets.
Checking in for the Rockets, James Harden.
Trailblazers trail by 17. Knocked loose. Paul against Lillard. Now here's Harkless. D right on him. The dish to McCollum. 4 on the shot clock. 3-pointer Lillard. It's rebounded by Houston. Chris has got 11 rebounds in the game. And it's Paul missing.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
McCollum against Harden. Now here's McCollum. He's covered closely. Outside Anthony. He kicks to Capella. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Monday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for the matchup with the Cavs, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Aminu with it, working on Chris. Aminu, the pass to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. They need this one. But they recover it. And Turner kicks to McCollum. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. McCollum's got 24 points.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He gave them props for their defense. He said, the defense has been outstanding. Keep pressuring them, forcing turnovers, and we can win this one. Guys?
Paul against Lillard. Paul dishes to Harden. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And just not nearly as effective at drawing fouls on the defense as he was in that first half.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Harden hits them both. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. 17-point game. And Aminu kicks to Turner. And another turnover here by Portland.
Rockets ball.
Rockets leading by 17. Now here's Paul. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And it is absolutely remarkable watching Harden draw contact. So effortless, so crafty, and so consistent in putting the defense in a bind.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good from Harden. And both free throws good for James Harden. Trailblazers trail by 19. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Capella sends it back. Inside. And the dunk by Capella.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Ball against Lillard. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. And Capella sends it back. Paul kicks to Harden. Harden draws the double. Pass to Chris. Anthony with it. Here's Harden on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Capella inside. He's covered by Aminu. And it's Capella missing.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
Greg, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, why change anything? Knowing how well they played in those 2 games, they probably couldn't wait for this one to wrap up the sweep of the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Houston foul call. Chris Paul. That's his 4th personal foul. Team is a penalty. At the line for Trailblazers, Damian Lillard. Taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Knight against Lillard. Now Knight. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. It was just our defense. Obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.